we opened only the second day of the new year. We're already seeing things that's very concerning. Just last week, we already broke the story of Xi's health. And this dictator knows his time is ticking out. And in the desperate moment, and the vulnerability shows, as you mentioned, the economy, the situation, the people's livelihood, and also the pushback, the resistance, and the awakening of the Lao Baixing, pushing back, challenge and demand a political and economic completely showdown. So this is a moment that we could possibly see desperate measures. And from the New Year speech, you heard he's emphasized on Macau and Hong Kong. They're going to continue control and tightening the grip on these two autonomous regions. And of course, CCP is only capable of lying, but also mentioned about Taiwan. And he said anyone preventing the reunification of the two sides of the strait will face the consequences. So that's a threatening world. But what more important, Steve, is today, January 2nd, there's something happening in Beijing. If you look at the top diplomat, Wang Yi, the foreign minister of the CCP, basically just deliver a speech at the inauguration ceremony at what's called Research Center for Community of Shared Future or Destiny for Mankind. So does that ring a bell? You should. Because if we take you back to just a few years ago during the US-China trade talk in 2019 June, Wang Yi threatened United States, as he said, don't push too hard, okay? If you apply too much pressure, the CCP going to open what's called Pandora's box. And guess what? Several months later, COVID-19 pandemic emerged. Okay, does that sound familiar? And in 2020, early February, Miles Guo reviewed when you're entering the Wuhan Virology of Institute, there are words engraved on the wall, the entryway, and it says, when you enter this gate, you about to open the Pandora box. So what does that mean? If I can take you back to just 2 years ago, actually almost 3, we're coming to the 3rd anniversary of the invasion, Russian invasion of Ukraine. I can take you back to 2022 January, after the Winter Olympic, Putin and Xi announced no limit partnership. And on 2020, 4 days before Russia sent troops to Ukraine, Miles Guo did a live broadcast, and he unpacked what does no limit partnerships look like, and he reviewed the secret conversation between Xi and Putin, and they already planned all out. And Ben Bergquan and Warren Posse, and you are absolutely right. The war with the United States, the CCP waged the war against the Western world, United States, started many years ago. Officially started in 2019, but in 2022, they escalated by invading Ukraine. They were plotting at the same time, invading Ukraine and invading Taiwan at the same time. They planned, first of all, cyber attack. Okay, so if United States come back with sanctions on the CCP, they will do cyber attack. Look at what's happening right now. Okay, in the United States, you can connect with what the warnings that Miles Guo delivered 2 years ago. Second, economic meltdown. What the market you mentioned, if you look at all the market, if you look at the bond, stock exchange and foreign exchange market in China, it's a total meltdown. And they know, Xi Jinping knew what would happen, because they're going to give the biggest gift to the new president, the president-elect. When he arrives at the high noon on January 20th, he's going to be busy. Okay, they already planned it out. Economic, financial market meltdown. Look at last few days, from digital currency, okay, to your stock exchange, to every market you can touch your finger on. Look at what the response. They already planned. The world will going down chaos wherever you look at it. Okay, not just the border, but Xi Jinping has planned. If economic meltdown happens, wait a second. If United States gonna fight back, what's next? They already planned it out. They planned on what? A show of nuclear weapon, just to show you, just to kind of performative, threatening the world, divided you, because they know within your democracy, within your Congress, Capitol Hill, there's a two divided concept in terms of how they're going to handle the situation. But after that, if that's not working, what they're going to do is release what they've done in 2019, which is bioweapon. Never in history of mankind there's such an effective weapon that can cause so much damage, not only destroy your economy, but also taking away millions of lives around the globe. And then if that doesn't work, they still have more.